So there's been another exciting new palette release. This time it's from Too Faced, and it is the Semi-Sweet Chocolate Bar palette, which is a kind of a spin-off of their original chocolate palette. And this one, of course, smells heavily like cocoa, which is what they use in the eyeshadows, the cocoa powder, but it really smells like chocolate. I almost feel like it smells more like chocolate than the last one, although the last one smells really chocolatey as well. Anyway, this is what the box looks like, and the shades are listed on the back of there. And then it does come with a little how-to guide in there. Milk chocolate, semi-sweet, hot cocoa type of situation. So that is the box and the look card. This is what the packaging looks like. It does mirror the older packaging. This one here is thinner. I have the first edition of the chocolate bar palette, which has the thicker, I'll just show it to you because I have it here to compare. It has the thicker packaging. I do know that they redid the packaging on the original, so they're now thinner as well, but mine is the older version. And I did purchase mine off of the Sephora website. I think it's VIB and VIB Rouge only right now, but I'm sure it's gonna come out like at Ulta and all the places soon. So, and then too, I did do a demo with the shadows, so if you're interested in the look that's on my eyes right now and to see how these performed upon first use, you can hang tight towards the end of the video and it will be there for you. But let's just jump into this palette. There are 14 eyeshadows at 0.03 ounces a piece, and then there are 2 larger shadows at 0.07 ounces a piece. So those are these 2 shades right here, which are highlight shades, one being matte and one being a shimmer, which is ever so convenient in my opinion, because you do tend to use those lighter highlight shades a lot, and it's always nice to have a matte version and a shimmery version of that in a palette. And then unlike the first palette, these ones here are named. I had just gotten this, so when I was doing the look and reading the names, I don't know, it kind of came together sounding funny, like the peanut butter and the hot fudge, and like it was just kind of funny. But they are printed in the palette, where the first one that I have does not have the names printed in there like that. There are 7 mattes in this palette, which I'll point them out more closely when I get up to the camera and give you swatches and stuff. But the mattes range from this black right here to the cream color, and there are great transition shades in between. So I really like that versatility to the palette. And then there are some good shimmery shades and some slightly satiny ones, and it's a good array of shades. And I know some people didn't like the blue in the palette. That was the first shade that like I was drawn to, was the blue, and it is what I had to use the blue. And I quite like how the eyeshadow look came out. But as far as the performance goes, this particular shade, because that was the first shade that I had stuck my finger into, was Pink Sugar, and it is more like those shades, if you're familiar with the Bobbi Brown glitter coat shades or something, it's more like a top glitter coat shade than anything. There's a tiny bit of pigmentation to it. I have it on the inner part here, but not a lot of pigmentation. It's mainly a real shiny shade, and that is the only shade in the palette like that. Everything else has got some pigmentation to it. And then as far as the formula goes, I did have fallout with the darker shades. Medium fallout, I guess. It wasn't terrible. It wasn't like all over my face, but I did have fallout through this area. And then some of the shades, like Peanut Butter, kicked up a little bit of product and stuff like that. But the palette, for me, just upon first impression today, performed really well. So oftentimes when a palette performs, especially, I did use some of the matte shades as well through the blendy part where I tend to have some problems. When they perform really nice, I almost overlook if the shadows are powdery or if there was fallout or anything like that, because they performed really well on the eye. So they weren't overly powdery by any means, but there was some powderiness in those matte shades and some fallout. But again, the shadows performed for me. I really liked the look that came out of it, and I tried to use a couple of the mattes because I particularly have problems with matte eyeshadows more often than not, and they did well. I'm really pleased with how it came out. So I'm going to go ahead and get up close to the lens here, and then give you guys some swatches, read off the names, and then I'm going to compare it to the first chocolate bar palette as well. So here's the outside of the packaging, and here is the back. And then inside, it is magnetized. I don't feel like it's super strong magnetized though, so here's what the shades look like. Let me go ahead and read them off to you guys and point out which ones are the matte. Licorice, which is a matte. Coconut Cream is a matte. Nougat is a matte. Truffled is a matte. And then you have Hot Fudge, which is more like a satin. It's got some sparklies in it. Cocoa Chili, another one with some sparkles. The Pink Sugar shade, which is that over glitter type of shade. And then you have Puddin', which is a matte. Blueberry Swirl, which is kind of a shimmery satin type of shade. Peanut Butter, Frosting, which is a shimmer, Plum Raisin, which is... didn't even swatch that. It is a shimmer. We'll get into that in the swatches, Tara. Mousse, which is a matte, Caramel, Bonbon, and then Butter Pecan. So your mattes are licorice, coconut cream, nougat, truffled, pudding, peanut butter, which I think that is kind of important. I know a lot of people love shades like this, and that is a matte. And then mousse right here. So those are the matte shades. Now let's give you some swatches. Give you some swatches here. And these ones are all matte right here. There's the first 4. We'll do this guy, this one, and that one. I suppose I don't need to commentate on that. But see, there's that pink sugar shade. You can kind of really see it right there, how it's one of those sparkly top coat type of shades. Then we'll do blueberry swirl, peanut butter, and frosting, and then plum raisin. And then the last 4, mousse, caramel, bonbon, and butter pecan. Look like that. So I think the color pops in the first one are like purples, and then the bottom one is more warm maybe, with I guess the one blue shade there. But there is the colors. I would say that, well, I don't know, the semi-sweet has cool tones as well. It's got warm tones and cool tones, which makes it quite versatile. So, and it does have that black shade. The first one, the darkest shade in there was that matte up in the corner, but... And I did like the first one as well. Oddly enough, though, I haven't used it a whole ton. So hopefully the comparison of those 2 palettes and the swatches of the first one were helpful for you guys. I do feel like the palette, it's got a good array of colors. I feel like it's got some nice highlight shades, matte, shimmer. It's got some good transition shades, matte, shimmer, also warm and cool. And it's got some good deep colors in it as well. I like the array of it. So first impressions on this guy are a good one. I really like how the look came out. So if you're interested in seeing that look and how the eyeshadows performed upon first application, we'll get into it right now. So I already went ahead and primed my eyes from the lash line to up underneath the brow with the RMS Uncover Up in 00. That is what it looks like. And now let's jump into this palette. It's like sitting over there and I can still smell the chocolate from it. I almost feel like they put even more chocolate cocoa in these ones maybe, because this one's like really smells in a good way. So let's dip into it. A lot of people on Instagram when I posted a picture wanted me to use the blue. And that one like just jumps out at me, so I'm going to use the blue. First though, I'm going to take this Chikuhodo GSN 9 brush. It's a little flat shader like that. And on, I'm going to go into this shade right here, which is called Pink Sugar. And it is a light, sparkly pink shade. This one here, out of all the shades, appears like it's got the least amount of pigment. So this should be interesting. It's almost like, looks like a top coat of glitter, but we'll see, I guess. I'm just going to put it in this first part, kind of right there. And it is, sparkly. Sparkly, but not a lot of pigmentation. Like I said, it reminds me of those glitter top coat type shades. Now on a Goss number 18 brush, which is a flat shader, I'm going to go into Blueberry Swirl, which is the blue in the palette. I'm going to pack that all over the middle of the lid, and I'm trying to decide how far out I should go. Well, I'm going to leave a tiny bit of space on the outer portion. So really pack that. And that is a really pretty blue color too. And then I'm going to take that GSN 9 brush that we put the pink sugar shade down. Pink sugar shade. And I'm going to give this a little bit of a blend, and it should turn to kind of a lighter blue. I'm going to bring that, I'm not picking up any more product, but I'm going to bring that blue shade a little bit over the pink there. Yeah, about right there. Then on the Goss number 6 brush, I'm going to go into the shade right here, which is called Hot Fudge. And it's it appears to be the darkest brown in the palette. And it does have some little shimmers in it, but I'm going to pick that up on a Goss 6 brush here. And I'm going to put that on the outer, teeny bit of the outer portion and bring it up to through the crease here. Kind of like that. I do have fallout right here from the brown and the blue. Mostly it appears to be from the brown, but so I'm going to wipe that off with a Chikuhodo powder brush real quick. Then I'm going to take this Real Techniques base shadow brush from NYX Picks, and I'm going to pick up the shade Peanut Butter with that brush right there. And it is a matte shade, this peanut butter color. I'm going to tap that off and I'm going to blend out the Hot Fudge. These names though, right? The Hot Fudge shade with peanut butter. It'll make you kind of hungry. I'm going to have to go back in with the Hot Fudge, I believe, and bring it up into the peanut butter color. Because you can kind of see that line of the dark in there. We'll do that in a moment though. Fallout on that guy too. Got some fallout on that one. Before I finish up the blending on that though, I'm going to go into Coconut Cream, which is a matte cream color. And this is a Chikuhodo GSN7 brush. And I'm going to pick up that guy. I'm going to put it underneath the brow and where I don't have eyeshadow just yet. And we'll fade peanut butter up into Coconut Cream. So back to the base shadow brush and the peanut butter color. Pick up some more of that and blend this up into the Coconut Cream. Oh, I am really enjoying how this is turning out. Like, really enjoying it. I'm liking that. I'm going to go in with a Goss, which is a bit fluffier brush. This is a Goss number 19 brush. And I'm going to pick up just a dash more of the peanut butter color and blend that in the crease a bit more here. And fade it up. Oh, I'm really happy with how this is going so far. And then I'll go back in with the GSN7. I won't pick up any more product, but I'm just going to blend this just a bit right there. And then I'm going to go back in with the Goss number 6 brush that we put down the Hot Fudge shade. I'm going to pick up just a dash of that, and then I'm going to go back into the crease with it and fade it up into that peanut butter color. Even though there's been fallout on the shades, I'm really happy that these are blending very nicely. They're blending very nice. I'm happy about that. And then I want that blue to be a little bit more vibrant, so I'm going to go over it again with the Goss 18 brush and the Blueberry Swirl shade. I'm just going to intensify that on the lid here. Bring it into the Hot Fudge color. Yes, like that. I'm going to take this eyeliner brush from NYX Picks, again, the Real Techniques brush, and I'm going to go into the shade Licorice. No, I'm not. I'm going to go back into the shade Hot Fudge. Let's use that one, which is a deep brown. And I'm going to line the outer 2/3 of my lash line with that, just to really get it into the lashes so that when I put the mascara on, there's no skin peeking through. Define it a little bit, because I want that blue to really stick out. You can barely see the pink sugar shade, but there is some sparkle in there. I'm just gonna, just like that. Now I'm gonna go ahead and finish up my eye makeup, and I will be right back to put on some lips for you guys. Before I move on to the lips, I have to show you guys this liner that I put on the waterline. I've been using it fairly frequently, and I really like it. It's by Terry Crayon Kohl Precision Waterproof in number 13 Voodoo Blue, and it matches the shade that I put on my lid like perfection. But these stay really pretty decent on the waterline as well, and they're really creamy. But look at that eyeliner. Is that not pretty? So that's what I have on the waterline, and it does. It matches that blue really, really pretty. So far, really enjoying this liner, and I think I might need to get some more. I've been buying kind of a few bits of By Terry stuff off of Beautylish recently and enjoying the brand. So anyway, let's do some lips. The lip liner that I chose is the Lip Definer by Burberry in Rosewood number 7. I'm going to go ahead and line and fill in my lips with this guy here. This is a really great versatile lip liner. I'm trying to move away from my Charlotte Tilbury Pillow Talk for a minute, because I know I use that a lot. And then over the lip liner, I've got the Too Faced Shimmering Naked Dolly. And this is that trio that Too Faced released for the holidays this year. It's like Naked Dolly with shimmer in it. And I'm just going to go over that lip liner with this. So there is the overall finished look with the Too Faced Semi-Sweet Chocolate Bar Palette. First impressions are a good one. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video and found it helpful. Thank you for watching. Do not forget to wear sunscreen, and I'll see you guys later. Bye.